Hey, I'm Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we are taking a detailed look at the Timbuk2 Division Laptop Backpack Deluxe. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so we can keep bringing you more content just like this. I've been testing this bag for 2 weeks, so let's dive in and see what I found. All right, so let's talk about the exterior components on this bag, starting with the logo down here at the bottom. It's not just a Timbuk2 logo, it's also a little loop where you can attach a bike light. Obviously, that's important to Timbuk2. Biking has always been a big part of their brand. You can also attach just anything else down here at the bottom, but it is designed to attach a bike light to it. Next, there's a nice handle up on the top here. It's got some padding to it. When you hold on to it, the bag stays nicely centered, which is good. And yeah, it's just thick padding up here at the top. Very comfortable to grab. Feels deluxe, which is the name of the game when it comes to this bag. Has some tarp-like material at the bottom, which is going to help with abrasion and weather resistance. So if you set this down in a puddle, it's not going to get as wet as it would and stick as much as it would if it was just this material going on here on the rest of the bag. Compression straps. I dig them because they're compression straps, but I'm kind of failing to see the purpose on this bag. It's already pretty thin. You can't really pull it and compress it down. It really doesn't do a lot. And then as for holding additional accessories on here, if there were two, I'd feel a lot more comfortable than just having one. It also obstructs the zipper here, so that runs right into it. You need to unbuckle this to get the zipper underneath. Don't really love that here, but it does work better on the opposite side, where the water bottle pocket is. I've got the compression strap weaving through the top of this water bottle pocket, or this water bottle like little handle right here, or you could put it just on this top portion right there. If I cinch it down, you can see that that stays in place, and that is very hard to get out. So I wish there was like another compression buckle here, but sadly there's not. I think it works really well on this side. This side I'm kind of failing to see the purpose a little bit of it. So let me unbuckle this and get that out. And we talk with our team every week about the gear that we're all reviewing here at Pack Hacker. And we talked a lot about the water bottle pocket. Again, it feels super deluxe. It's like mesh. It's got this padding to it. And it's not a water bottle pocket that we've seen in a lot of other bags out there. It kind of has a flavor of its own. So we were really enjoying it. It's got a nice bit of stretch to it. Then of course, paired with this compression accessory strap here at the top, whatever you want to call it, you really can lock your bottle into place. Okay, next we've got the harness system. We have this grid-like material both on the back panel and on the shoulder straps. Adds a bit of ventilation. I think Timbuk2 does this on a lot of their deluxe versions of their bags. I've seen it before on a couple others we've tested in the past. Then we have a luggage pass through here, which works well. You know, if you want to have your roller luggage, you just stick that handle right through here. Very nice. Grid pattern here, a bit of an air channel down the middle as well. There's a sternum strap here, but sadly there's only 3 options to put this as an adjustment. Don't dig that. I like ones that are on a rail and a little bit bigger so they can move, but it does have this nice fabric welt to hide all of the stuff going on underneath. And then if you want to undo this and switch it, you just use this snap fastener here and move this up and down as you see fit. We have a nice elastic keeper here, so there's not that strap flying all over while you're wearing it, which I dig. Quick on the hardware, it's Duraflex, which is good. They're also using Woojin down here for these plastic buckles. So when you get to be as big as Timbuk2, you can tend to have a couple different brands for your plastic hardware. As for the adjusters here at the bottom, very standard plastic adjusters. Then we have elastic keepers here. And I'm gonna try it on here in a second, but overall found it to be comfortable. It's a nice minimal harness system, not a ton going on, and keeps it gives it that slick and professional look throughout. Okay, so I've got the bag on here. It fits really nice for me. I find it to be a very comfortable fit. I've got the sternum strap on the lowest setting available, and then I've got this tightened up a pretty good amount. I did wish that it sat a little bit higher, and we see that in a lot of more like premium bags that we review, is when they sit up a little higher and the weight's a little bit more up on your shoulders for a small day pack like this. So it's a little bit saggy on the back, but overall it's comfortable and I like the way it feels. I like the fit. There's a pocket on the front here, and if I open it up, it's a little bit hard to get it open. This fabric welt can sometimes get in the way. The zipper can get caught underneath it, especially if you're zipping it back up. It's a little bit fussy to deal with, which I don't love. But once I get it open, it's a giant pocket that goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. Basically, you're looking at the size of it here. If you bulk up this main compartment, it can become like a little bit, there's a bit of a, extra fabric here to give it some literage of its own. But if you bulk up that main compartment, it makes this a little bit harder to get access to. So inside, I've just got a buff and some gloves in there. And then there's really long key ring that you can have access to, which is fluorescent yellow, so you're not going to miss it inside. I don't know really why it needs to be fluorescent yellow though, because it's on like a ring, so you just grab it up here. The one thing that's a bit concerning about this pocket is just how large it is and that there's no designated quick access pocket on this bag. So if I open it up, you can see it's just like a black hole. So if you have any smaller items, they're not really going to work in here. It's better for stuffing in like a jacket or maybe glove and buff, but even those are a little bit small on this pocket. So no quick access pocket. Don't love that on this bag, and bear with me while I try to zip this back up. Just struggling. I feel like it's like an infomercial when people are like trying to do stuff and they're failing at it. So opening this back up, in the back there is a laptop pocket here. I really like how much padding is here on the back panel. So you can visibly see how thick that is on the back. And I'll pull my laptop out here. This is a 16-inch MacBook Pro. So I believe their website at the time of making this video says a 15-inch laptop. I'm here to verify that my 16-inch MacBook Pro fits inside. And the laptop pocket is big. Good padding, nice structure on the back panel that you can see once I do this. Let me just give you a visual there. However, the laptop pretty much goes down to the bottom of the bag. There's a bit of a false bottom or a laptop hammock here. It's like a bit of a piece of fabric that's at the bottom that keeps your laptop slightly suspended, but I wish that was a little bit more. It's really not a lot, and if you drop this bag on the ground, it's likely that your laptop is gonna slam into the ground too and not be elevated and protected quite as much as other bags we've seen and we've tested. Moving on to the main compartment, let's unzip it. So I can pull it off to the sides here and boom, we're stuck. The compression straps have stuck us. Can't quite get it open. I don't love that obstruction. I like when brands will fasten the compression strap just behind here. So they'll throw it right on there in this part where my right index finger's pointing. I like it better when they put it there because I think it's a little bit easier to work with. You don't have to unbuckle things, or in this case, if I like slide it under, and then I can open it, but then it's still compressed down. So don't love that. I wish they just came behind and attached right here, so you wouldn't have to undo the compression straps every time you wanted to open the bag. It's a slight annoyance. You can also see too that if I have the zippers up and I pull this bag open, there are these fabric flaps on the side which hold this together in more of a bucket-like fashion. So even if you continue to unzip this bag more, it does not come out further because of this fabric strap. It's more of something to note. I kind of wish it was a full clamshell where it just opened up completely, but I don't think it's necessary for a bag of this size. More of a preference thing on your end, but I did want to flag that and bring it up. I really like this mesh pocket at the top here. The heavier and the more loaded out you have it, the more force it's gonna flip down with. I think that's fine because it's zippered. It's not like anything's gonna come shooting out of here, but it's a nice mesh stretchy material here. It opens up, you got some ample space in there. I've got like my notebook, passport, some masks, sunglasses in here. This is basically what I've been using as my quick access pocket, which again, I don't love. At least I can get into the main compartment, but without unbuckling the compression straps, and then just kind of, fold this open a little bit to get access to this zippered pocket. However, I really wish there was something external so I can get some quick access stuff with one zip instead of two zips. So that's something to know with that. Got like bucket style packing inside. So I've got a few pouches and cubes in here. Gonna take things out just to give you an idea of what goes inside. Set that off to the side for now. And we're basically just left with a giant bucket. So you can get relatively easy access to things. Just dump things in here. It works well with pouches or bigger items or like jackets. I had a hoodie in there that was balled up. And then there's this back pocket here if you want to put, any documents or devices. But I think it's a little bit weird because you have this all this fabric up here at the top that you kind of need to figure out how to flatten before you get access to what's inside. So again, I'm going to do my best infomercial impression and be like, oh, this is getting stuck. You can push this fabric down and slide things up and down through it. But the positioning of the zipper just acting like a lid makes this sleeve back here a little awkward to use, and you got to flatten that out. You know, maybe you got to empty some stuff out of here before you get access to it. And I don't love that, but it's going to be okay for things that you just want to slide in there and maybe you don't want access to that often. In my case, a keyboard I use every day, but if there's like, I don't know, just something else you just want to file away in there, I think that could totally work. But access is a little bit awkward for that pocket. So there you have it, the Timbuk2 Division Laptop Backpack Deluxe. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video, or maybe at the airport. If you see me, come say hi. See you in the next video.